Good morning and good afternoon, kids. This is teacher Gigi. How are you today? Today we're going to learn science. Please get your workbook and open it on page 54 and 55. Are you ready? Let's start. So for today, we're going to continue our lesson about the states of matter. Again, in states of matter, we have three. We have solid, liquid, and gas. Okay. Again, what is matter? So matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. So anything that you can see around you that has mass and takes up space is called as matter. Okay. Next, we have our measuring our matter. We have mass and volume. Again, when we say mass, this is the amount of matter in an object. We use grams or kilograms to measure mass. We use grams or kilograms to measure mass. And we use lever balance or electronic balance. Okay. So we use lever balance or electronic balance to measure our mass. Number 2, volume. So volume is the amount of space taken up by an object. So if the mass is the amount of mass, so volume is the amount of space. So in volume, we use cubic centimeters, milliliters, or liters. And in volume, we use measuring cylinder and syringe to measure our volume. Okay, again, what are the three states of matter? Okay, we have solid, liquid, and gas. Again, when we say solid, it has a size and shape of its own. We cannot change the size and we cannot change the shape. Another, liquid. Liquid takes the shape of its container. So what does it mean? So for example, I have here a tumbler. So the size of the liquid inside the tumbler is because of the size of the tumbler. If I change the tumbler or if I put the water in a cup, the size of the liquid or the shape of the liquid will be the shape of the container. Another example. For example, we have an alcohol. So the alcohol takes up the space of this container. But if I change the container and put the alcohol will take the shape of the container. And the last one, we have gas. So gas can change shape and size. So since gases can move freely, it can easily change its shape and its size. Okay, so these are the examples of matter. We have solids, liquids, and gases. Okay, so molecules under a microscope. Again, solid. The molecules of a solid is intact, which means it has no space. Meaning to say, solid objects cannot move. Cannot move. Okay. Number 2, liquid. So liquid, the particles are free to move, so they can move. Okay, unlike solid, solid cannot move, liquid can move. And lastly, we have gas. So gas can move freely in all directions. Okay. So let's try to answer your workbook. Okay, so page 54, number 1, answer the following questions. So number 1, what is matter? Again, what is matter? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Very good. Number 2, or letter B, give 2 examples of matter. Okay, so you can write anything you want, any example of matter. Anything solid, anything liquid, or anything gas. Letter C, give 1 example of non-matter. Okay, on letter C, you're going to write an example of non-matter. Not a liquid, not a solid, and not a gas. Letter D, what is mass? What is mass? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Very good. Next, letter E. What tool is suitable to be used to measure the mass of an object? Okay, so what tools or tools can we use to measure the mass of an object? Should we use lever balance, measuring cylinder, electronic balance, or syringe? Measure the mass of an object. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is okay, very good. Lever balance or electronic balance. Okay, next. What is volume? What is volume? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So the volume is the amount of space taken by an object. Letter G. What tool is suitable to be used to measure the volume of an object? So in mass, we are going to use lever balance and electronic balance. So in measuring volume, we're going to use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So we're going to use measuring cylinder or syringe. Okay. Letter H. What are the 3 states of matter? Okay. Answer it on your own. What are the 3 states of matter? Okay. Next. Number 2. An activity is carried out to compare the masses of 3 objects. We have X, Y, and Z. Okay, letter A. Which object has a greater mass, X or Y? So look at this picture. So which is heavier or which has greater mass? Is it X or Y? Okay, look at the picture. Which is heavier? X or Y? Very good. The answer is X because X is heavier than Y. Okay, next. Letter B. Which object has the largest mass? Which object has the largest mass? So look at the second picture. So which is heavier? Object Z or object X? Very good. The answer is object Z. And the last one, letter C. Arrange the objects based on the masses in ascending order. So which is the lighter to the heaviest mass we have? X, Y, Z. So which is the lightest? Which is the heavy and which is the heaviest? So object X is heavier than object Y and object Z is heavier than object X. So what are we going to answer? Ascending order. So that will be Y, X, and Z. Okay, very good. And the last one, the diagram below shows the arrangement of particles of a matter in the different states of matter. So we have X, Y, and Z. So X are closed particles, no space. Y has large spaces, and Z has small spaces. So what type of matter or state of matter is X, Y, and Z? Is it liquid, solid, or gas? So what is X, what is Y, and what is Z? Okay, so this time, answer on your own. So that's it for today. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.